Hi, my name's Larissa. So welcome to my video for releasing resentment and moving into a space of freedom and abundance. We'll be using tapping, otherwise known as EFT or emotional freedom technique. And this one could get really intense for you depending on how present resentment is in your life. Sometimes we're not even really quite conscious of just how much resentment we have. But if you feel kind of triggered or like this kind of simmering rage a lot when you're around certain people or certain situations, then it could be resentment. So make sure that you have water nearby. Make sure that you are wearing something comfortable before you start. You're going to want to finish this. So we do move through a very uncomfortable space, and it's really important that you actually go through it and let the feelings rise, because you have to feel it to heal it. They have to come up. Otherwise, you just push them back down and then they stay there and they keep controlling your life. So it's really important to let those emotions, whatever that is, whatever those words are. You might actually feel yourself wanting to yell out loud, or you might, when the first time I did a pretty intense tapping for resentment, I actually started choking, like not choking to death, but I was like gagging and stuff. So that kind of stuff might happen for you. You might feel really lightheaded. You might feel all kinds of stuff. But that's how you get it out of your body. So you'll probably want to do this video in particular 6 times. This is going to be a really long one. So we'll move through the sticky states, the negative, uncomfortable states, into a more neutral state, and then we'll move into the positive state. So you'll want to do the whole thing. And if at any time you feel the need to pause this video and repeat a phrase, just doing the tapping cycle, which I'll go through in a minute, then just feel free to do that. Do whatever feels good for you. So we want ideally to get to 0 feeling resentment. But like I said, often this takes multiple rounds. So you could do that one each day or however you feel like it. But by the end of this video, the first time, your resentment should be down. So, and it was still pretty high when we move on to the neutral section, then just repeat. And you might want to add your own words. Like I said, just add some extra stuff. You might also want to add people's names, which is totally fine. I'd like to do this pretty intuitively, and I recommend that you do it too. So tapping stimulates electricity flow by activating a nervous system response on these meridian points that we're going to go through. It's actually pressure points. So it focuses your nervous system on those areas that are being stimulated, allowing our brain to recognize that we're not in danger. It also is really good just for getting you in your body, so you're consciously in your body while you're processing emotions. So we'll start at the top of the head, so wherever that feels right for you. And it can be with both hands or just one hand, either side, and between the eyes, right between the eyebrows there. I'd like to think of this as the third eye spot where I'm tapping. And then the outer eyes, so where the temples are, and you can do one side or both, whatever feels most comfortable. And you want to be doing it at a nice firm pace. You don't want to be hurting yourself, but you also don't want to be doing it so lightly that you're not really feeling anything. And you can use 3 fingers, 4 fingers, 2 fingers, whatever feels the most comfortable. Again, it's up to you. And then tapping under the eyes, so right where that cheekbone is, one side or both. Under the nose, so under the nose between the top lip there. On the chin, under the lip there. And then you can, if you want to do it classic style, you do right under the collarbone here with both fingers. However, or both hands rather, but however, I like, for this one, I'm doing it to the chest. So I find this one especially good for sticky emotions. So just do whatever feels the most comfortable to you. When I say chest, you can just do either or. And then under the armpit, so it's about 4 inches below the armpit there, where your bra strap is, or just where you can feel your ribs there. And then you can optionally do the karate chop, the side of the hand, whichever side you want, or you can alternate, or you can do wrists. I'll be doing wrists today, again, because this really makes you present in your body, because it's a more aggressive sort of tapping. But just do whatever feels right for you. This is very intuitive. Okay, now I'm going to have you take a nice deep breath in You can put your hand on your belly if you want. You can put your other hand on your heart if you also want. Nice deep breath in through the nose and hold it for a few seconds. Breathing out. And now close your eyes and just imagine a white light beaming down through the sky, through your head, through your body, and straight into the earth. Taking those nice deep breaths. And that white light expands and it fills you with forgiveness and acceptance for yourself. And it allows you today to move from blame and resentment and suffering and even spite and hatred. And it allows you to release the ties to whatever is holding you back. So just imagine that white light filling you up as you breathe in and allowing those ties to begin to dissolve as you breathe out. And I know that for some of you, it's going to feel really sticky as we go into this technique to let go of these things as though you're somehow invalidating your experiences or making what they did okay, or what you're mad about not as bad, or somehow forgiving the person is going to be good for them and bad for you. And that's not the case. So I want to assure you that you are safe. So nice deep breaths in, breathing in that feeling of safety and love and acceptance, and breathing out any of that resistance that you have to letting go today. This might be really triggering for some people. So just imagine this white light expanding outwards, forgiving yourself so that you can move on, and you're forgiving others and situations so that you can move on. This is strictly for you. When you forgive, it's to allow yourself to move on, and it's not to make what anybody does okay. Just so we're clear. Because holding on to these resentments, they're not serving you. Forgiveness is about forgiving yourself. It's giving yourself peace. It's giving yourself permission to heal and love yourself. It has nothing to do with the other person. So nice deep breaths in, holding. You're not lowering your vibe by releasing and forgiving. But when you hold on to it, when you hold on to that resentment and blame, it's like the saying, drinking poison to kill someone else. Well, you're not killing that person. You're hurting yourself, right? So you have to be ready to give that up today, and to want to feel abundance and joy and freedom as you release those old ties. And I want to remind you that you are safe to release these old ties today. Forgiving, allowing yourself to move on is not going to invite those people back into your life. Although sometimes people feel it when you release resentment towards them. It's freaking weird. So you might get a text out of nowhere or something, but once you've moved on, it won't affect you because their energy no longer hurts you or infects you or affects you in some kind of negative way. So this is really good to do with cord cutting. So you can target specific people, but for the specific exercise, we're just doing it generally. Although, like I said, you're free to add people's names in and pause wherever you feel like it. So just reminding you that you are safe to release all of this today. Nice deep breaths in. That white light is expanding. Acceptance, joy, forgiveness. It feels so good. Just let that feeling rise inside of you. And it's eclipsing that sticky tar stuff that's blame and resentment and suffering, dwelling. That was never yours to begin with. That was just a reaction to being hurt. And it's time to release that pain that you've been holding on to that wasn't meant to be yours to begin with. And you won't forget anything. You won't be able to never access this information inside of yourself. It's just moving on so that it's not weighing you down, slowing you down, making you feel sick, controlling you. So just imagining this beautiful white light clearing that tar off your energy body and letting it dissolve. Nice deep breaths. You are ready to float out of it so that you can attract what you want, releasing these shackles. You're going to become a better person for yourself. And you're going to attract the kind of life and the kind of people you do want in your life that empower you and make you feel amazing, good about yourself, that support you. And you're also going to allow yourself to be able to support other people without fear that something bad's going to happen to you. You're going to allow yourself to love. You're going to allow yourself to believe that you're going to believe that it's possible for you. And you're going to allow yourself to trust that good things are coming to you. Letting go of these old stories will have a massive impact on you. So, just a nice deep breath in and out, and letting these emotions move out and move on. You'll feel so much lighter by the end of this. So, if you want, you can keep your eyes closed or you can open them depending on if you've done tapping before. If you want to follow along, I will be pointing out each spot as we move through them. So, if you do want to keep your eyes closed, you're welcome to. Otherwise, you can just watch me and follow along, whatever feels the most comfortable, using one hand or two. And you'll repeat after me when I say these affirmations. And again, some of them might feel sticky. So I just encourage you to keep breathing. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose, hold it, breathe out, allowing these feelings to rise, knowing that you're safe. You are safe to release these feelings today, to experience them and to release them and to move on. Okay. So even though I allowed what others have done to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have allowed what others have done to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Nice deep breaths. Even though I have allowed what others have done to me to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Through to the middle of the eyebrows now, to the third eye. Even though I allowed my feelings towards others to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I allowed my feelings towards others to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I allowed my feelings towards others to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Outside of the eyes now. Nice deep breaths. Even though I allowed situations to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have allowed situations to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I allowed situations to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Just a reminder that if you want to repeat anything, feel free. Under the eyes. Even though I allowed my feelings about situations to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I allowed my feelings about situations to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I allowed my feelings about situations to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Okay, and now I kind of want you to picture, if you have your eyes closed, or you can just picture in your mind's eye, just letting that that poison, that feeling of blame and resentment, imagining it just kind of crumbling or sliding off, dissolving, moving off you as you say these words. Even though I used to allow what others have done to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I used to allow what others have done to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I used to allow what others have done to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Remembering to take nice deep breaths under the chin, or under the lips rather, on the chin. Even though I used to allow my feelings towards others to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I used to allow my feelings towards others to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I used to allow my feelings towards others to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. There's rain in the background that just started. Not sure if you'll be able to hear it, but I feel like that's kind of beautiful because right now what we're doing is cleansing, we're purifying. So now we'll move to the chest. So this is, again, you can use your fingers under your collarbones, or you can do what I'm doing, which is fist to the chest. Taking nice deep breaths. Even though I used to allow situations to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I used to allow situations to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I used to allow situations to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And under the armpits, so this is about 4 inches below the armpit where your bra strap is approximately, or yeah, whether or not you have one. Even though I used to allow my feelings about situations to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I used to allow my feelings about situations to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Nice deep breaths. Even though I used to allow my feelings about situations to poison me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And now, as we're doing the wrists or karate chop, if you like, whichever one you want to do, I'm going to get you to close your eyes for a moment and take a nice deep breath. And just picture that tar, that poison, whatever that is, that dark gunk, that slimy stuff being flushed out of your body with each word that you say and with each breath that you take. It's other people's garbage. It's other people's toxic stuff. It's not for you to hold on to anymore. You're allowed to be free. You're allowed to move on. You're allowed to be happy, and you're allowed to heal. So I'll just have you repeat after me. I'm ready to let go of the resentment. I'm ready to let go of the blame. I'm ready to let go of the anger. I'm ready to heal. Nice deep breath in, holding and releasing. I'm ready to let go of the resentment. I'm ready to let go of the blame. I'm ready to let go of the anger. Nice deep breaths. I'm ready to heal. I'm ready to let go of the resentment. I'm ready to let go of the blame. I'm ready to let go of the anger. I'm ready to heal. And really feel this. I'm ready to let go of the identity that resentment gave me. I'm ready to let go of the identity that blame gave me. I'm ready to let go of the identity that anger gave me. I'm ready to let go of the identity that I've been clinging to that's been stopping me from healing. I'm ready to let go of the identity that resentment gave me. I'm ready to let go of the identity that blame gave me. Nice deep breaths. I'm ready to let go of the identity that anger gave me. I'm ready to heal. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to feel free. Okay, and just take a nice moment to stretch if you want and take a sip of water. Take a few nice deep breaths. Okay, so now we're going to start at the top again, the top of the head. Even though I feel resentment towards other people, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel resentment towards other people, nice deep breaths in, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel resentment towards other people, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And as we're moving through this, just keep picturing that toxic tar, that poisonous, gunky stuff just melting away. It's melting away. Even though I feel resentment towards past situations, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel resentment towards past situations, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel resentment towards past situations, deep breaths, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Outer eyes. Even though I feel resentment towards myself for allowing myself to hold on to these feelings, to block me from abundance, to shrink me, to make me feel small, I'm ready to move on. I forgive myself. I love myself. Even though I feel resentments towards myself for holding on to things that I should have let go, for acting out of a place of wound, out of pain, out of fear, I now see how that's holding me back and keeping me trapped. Even though I feel resentment towards myself, I'm ready to let that resentment go right now. I'm ready to forgive myself. I'm ready to forgive myself for holding on to things that hurt me. I'm ready to forgive myself for making an identity out of it. I'm ready to forgive myself for hurting myself when I should have moved on. And I love myself because I am allowing myself to move on today. Nice deep breaths under the eyes. Even though I blame others for things that they've done to me, for things they did that affected me, and even for things they didn't do, I deeply love and accept myself. Nice deep breaths. Even though I blame others for things that they've done to me, for things that they've done that caused hurt to me, and for how I feel right now, and for how I felt in the past, I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to take responsibility. I'm ready to drop this dead weight, to drop this pain that is keeping me stuck. Even though I blame others, I'm ready to let that go now. Because now I see I'm the only one who's being hurt. I'm the only one who's stuck. It's time to move on. I forgive myself. I love myself. I'm ready to move on. Under the nose. Even though I blame situations and circumstances for things that have happened in my life, for choices that I've made from a place of pain, I see now how I'm reliving these patterns, even though I'm no longer in them. I'm replaying these situations, even though I don't want them in my life. I'm ready to move on because I love myself and I accept myself. Even though I blame situations and circumstances from my past, from my present, and ones I'm worried about happening in the future, it's time to move on. It's time to take responsibility. It's time to be empowered. It's time to take my power back. It's time to be free. Even though I blame situations and circumstances, making sure you're still taking nice deep breaths. From my past, from my present, from my future, I see now that I can release those because they've been holding me back. And the fear of them happening again is keeping me trapped in toxic patterns. I'm ready to be free because I love myself and I forgive myself. Okay, under the lips, on the chin. Nice deep breaths. Even though I blame myself, maybe I'm angry at myself. Maybe I kind of hate myself. for staying in this toxic cycle, for holding on to this pain, for holding on to this anger after I should have let it go. And maybe even making it my identity. I realize I've let my past pain control me. And I'm ready to move on. And accept what's happened. Accept myself. Accept my choices. And love myself. Deep breaths. Even though I blame myself, even though I've been really angry, even though I've been justified in being angry, even though I've been justified in blaming others, I see now how it's hurting me. It's holding me back. It's shrinking my life. And it's controlling me. And because I love myself and I accept myself, I'm ready to let it go. I am ready to be free. Okay, so now we're moving to the chest or the collarbone. Even though I've missed opportunities, because of this hurt, because of this blame, because of this resentment, I'm ready to let it fucking go. I'm ready to start taking those opportunities. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to take responsibility. I'm ready to be complete and whole, love myself, and accept myself. Even though I missed opportunities because of this hurt and this pain, I'm ready to release it now. I see it hurts no one other than me. And I deserve a fucking amazing life. I deserve to be free. I am worthy of freedom. I am worthy of moving on from these feelings. I'm allowed to be happy. I'm allowed to be happy. Okay, and now we'll do under the arm. Even though I missed opportunities, even though I self-sabotaged, I'm ready to break those cycles, show up for myself, let go of this toxic resentment that is only hurting me. It doesn't matter what those people did or what that situation brought me. I'm fucking over it. It's time to move on. Even though I have self-sabotaged, whether it was unconscious or conscious, because I was acting from a place of pain and from a place of fear. Now that I'm consciously aware of that, I'm ready to love myself, to accept myself, and release myself from this prison. Okay. And now I'm going to have you with the wrist or finger or the fingers on the top side of the hand. So I want you to close your eyes if you're not already. Take some nice deep breaths, holding it in, breathing it out, and letting those old blames and resentments fall away, really feeling it and seeing it. And that might be, and hearing it perhaps, it might be words, it might be people, it might be situations, it might be memories of your family or school or social situations, whatever it is, where you weren't treated right, where you were disrespected, where you were hurt, where your feelings didn't feel honored, where you didn't feel like you mattered, where you were picked on, where you were just mad at other people or yourself. And imagine all of that. It's funny whenever I do resentment stuff, I always get a runny nose. You might find yourself leaking, but that's because it's coming out. All right. So just, it's all turning to dust. All of those people, all of those words, all of those feelings, all those situations, they're turning to dust because they don't serve you. You've kept them out of pain, out of not really realizing what you were doing to yourself. You've kept these around out of fear, in a way to protect yourself from them happening to you again, or just feeling like if you move on, like somehow it invalidates your experience. Well, I'm telling you today, it doesn't invalidate that. You are free to move on and you're free to be happy, and just let it all fall to dust because it was never yours. They were projecting their pain on you, or these situations just happened. All right. They're not yours to hold on to for the rest of your life. You're allowed to move on. You're safe to move on. And perhaps as the dust settles, there is a beautiful gold nugget in your heart center. And these are the lessons that you learned from those awful experiences or those painful experiences. And it's what you can take that makes you stronger, and it makes you help yourself and love yourself, and it makes you be able to have more compassion for other people. So it's actually something beautiful, but you can still have that and let go of all the resentment and blame and all those toxic feelings, and you still get to keep this beautiful gold nugget that contains the lessons inside. So I'm just going to get you to breathe now, nice and deep, and picture, what are the positive learnings that you got from those experiences? Maybe you'll think of different experiences each cycle you go through this video with, but maybe there's one or maybe there's two right now that come to mind that are positive lessons about yourself. Like you're actually really strong, or your voice does matter, or you're beautiful no matter what, or you shine, you're allowed to shine. And your beautiful spirit, even if it's different from others, is actually what makes you really special and magical. Whatever it is that's coming up for you, take nice deep breaths into that positive learning. And all the other stuff, all the negative crud, it's just cracking off, it's dissolving, it's turning to dust, it's blowing away in the wind. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to have you just take a nice deep breath, and maybe just take a pause, take a breather for a second to grab yourself a glass of water. Okay. So I know that this is a long one and it's intense. So I just want to say, you're freaking amazing for making it this far, and we're going to keep going. We're going to be moving now into more neutral statements, and then we'll be going into the positive statements. So, and I encourage you to let your emotions fly if you want. Just scream if you have to, sing if you have to, get up, move your body, stretch if you have to, and just really allow yourself to release this today. Release the resentment, release the blame, release the pain, release those old cycles. Okay. So we're going to start again at the top of the head. Even though I used to feel resentment towards other people, and actually I want you to change your posture. If you've been kind of hunching over or slouching, assuming that you're sitting, just change your posture. I want you to really feel that kind of power rising, that beautiful light energy rising inside of yourself as you let these old ways go, these old identities and stories go. Even though I used to feel resentment towards other people, I realize I'm freaking over it because I love myself. Even though I used to feel resentment towards other people, I'm in control of my life, not these old people or situations. It's time to move on. Even though I used to feel resentment towards situations, I'm ready to let those go. Those don't serve me. I'm over it. Honestly, I'm too good for it. I realize that I'm the creator of my reality. And I'm moving on. Even though I used to feel resentment about past situations, or even current situations, I no longer allow those to get to me. Frankly, I'm too good for it, darling. I'm over it. Even though I used to feel resentment towards past situations, why would I? I'm not living in those spaces anymore. I've moved on. Those things can't hurt me anymore. I'm over them. I'm ready to expand and leave that old prison behind. Outer eyes. Even though I used to feel resentment towards myself, I now forgive myself for being human. I did the best with what I had, with my inner resources, what I knew at the time, and how I felt. Even though I used to feel resentment towards myself, I now realize it's just part of the human condition. Everyone does it. And everyone's capable of moving out of it as well. And I'm doing that today. Even though I used to feel resentment towards myself, I realize that's pointless. The only way to move forward is to deeply and completely love and accept myself. Okay. Under the eyes, even though I used to blame others for what they did or didn't do, I'm ready to drop them from my energy field. I realize now holding on to these memories and these feelings is keeping me stuck, is lowering my vibe. And I love myself too much for that. Even though I used to blame others for what they did, I don't want to be in that energy space anymore. I'm too good for that. I love myself too much for that. And I deserve better. I am worthy of the life that I dream of. I release them. Even though I used to blame others, I'm ready to release them. They no longer have any control over my emotional state. or the choices I make, or the opportunities I miss. They're out of my field. Just want you to close your eyes now and really imagine this, like this beautiful white light shooting outside of yourself. It's like coming from within and just shooting out. And it's like you're just sending out beauty, freedom, love, joy, expansion. And whatever isn't aligned to you, it just dissolves in that beautiful light. You're just sending out unconditional love. And anything that can't mirror that back to you, that beautiful, joyful abundance that's inside of you always, it just won't be in your field anymore. It can't be, because you are just too high vibes, okay? Under the nose, even though I used to blame situations and circumstances, even though I used to blame my lot in life, nice deep breaths. Even though I used to be mad about what I didn't have, what I thought I couldn't have, I realize now that I am in control of my reality. I can have anything I want. And I release this today. I release these beliefs that don't serve me, because I love myself. Even though I used to blame situations and circumstances for everything wrong in my life, I realize now that I can choose to change all of that once I let go. Once I let go, I can make my life whatever I want it to be. Today, I am choosing to make my life what I want it to be. So even though I used to blame situations and circumstances, I realize that those have nothing to do with who I am as a person. And those external things cannot contain my potential. I love myself. I accept myself. So I'm ready to release this today. Under the lips, on the chin. Even though I used to blame myself, nice deep breaths. Those days are over. I friggin' love myself. Really feel that. I friggin' love myself. Mistakes and all. Even though I used to blame myself, those days are long gone. Why? Because I friggin' love myself. Even though I made mistakes. So what? Even though some people think I'm weird. Who cares? Even though I fucked up a little. Maybe I fucked up big. I'm ready to move on from that. I don't need to keep replaying the scenario over and over. I don't need to beat myself up. I'm ready to move the fuck on. To the chest. Nice deep breaths. Even though I used to miss opportunities, even though I may have wasted my potential, I love myself now. I recognize that I might have wasted some potential. I realize I probably missed opportunities, but I'm just living the human experience. Everyone else does that shit too. Now that I realize my vast potential when I let go of things, I can end these patterns and I can attract amazing aligned opportunities because I've released all of this toxic crap from my energy field. Okay, under the armpit. Even though I used to self-sabotage, even though I've done fucked up, because I was mad at other people, because I blamed other people, because I wasn't ready to move on. And there are things I could have done or said or felt that were probably better. I forgive myself and I love myself. And I just want to remind you that releasing this stuff today, this toxic resentment, this like blame, all of this hurt, this doesn't absolve anybody of guilt or any of that stuff. It just absolves you of holding on to what they did. And it completely dissolves the power they have over you still, even from years ago, because you're not having them in the back of your head. They're not driving these fearful choices that you're making, these angry choices that you're making any longer. The more you forgive others, the more you forgive yourself. So the more you accept, okay, that happened, those people did that, the more you actually accept yourself and forgive yourself, because you're allowing yourself to move on. You're showing yourself love by moving on. You're changing your internal state. You're choosing to have an empowered internal state that is beautiful and healthy and aligned instead of being held back. If there are people from your past that wanted you to struggle, that wanted to see you fail and all this, then you're just living out what they want for you by not being totally free of them. All right. So it's time to let those fuckers go. Let those fuckers go. It's time to be expansive and amazing and love yourself. All right. So wrists, because I know the forgiveness stuff can be a bit triggering. So I just want you to allow, if saying these things comes up, brings up more stuff, just allow it to come up. You are doing this for you. Okay. I forgive others. I forgive everyone in the past that has hurt me. Nice deep breaths. I forgive the assholes, the pigs, the jealous friends, the envious bitches, the shitty bosses and coworkers, the psychos, the authority figures, the parents, the siblings, the teachers. Insert whatever wretched person you want that's done you wrong. All right, I forgive all of them. As much as it might pain me, I forgive them all. It's time for them to get the fuck out of my energy field. It's like a parasite cleanse, baby. Close your eyes. Just picture like little parasites. You're just flushing them out. These little tarry little parasites that have glommed onto your energy and just flushing them out with your beautiful white light. I'm sorry, but they can't exist in your beautiful white light anymore. They're going wherever they're going, floating off to Never Never Land. Send them love and light. Little parasites, we send you love and light. Enjoy your life outside of my energy field, because it's time for you to go. Just detox. This is a perfect time to just flush, cleanse all of that energy out. You are releasing them so that you can move on. Okay, so just repeat after me. I am releasing you so that I can move on. Okay. And we're going to just do a kind of freestyle sort of tapping. Take a nice deep breath and a stretch. And this will be the last one of cleansing and purging them before we get into the positive affirmations. So I know this is long, but resentment is sticky. So, all right. On the head. I forgive all of the situations that have hurt me. All of the external situations and circumstances. Nice deep breaths, because I'm creating better circumstances for myself and other people. Between the eyes. I will not be defined by others' choices or circumstances. I am defined by what I do in the world. When I forgive, I become free to attract great abundance. Outside of the eyes. I forgive myself for all of the missed opportunities because of the resentment I felt. Holding on to pain, dwelling, repeating toxic cycles, being reactive, allowing my boundaries to be crossed. I forgive myself for hurting myself and self-sabotaging because of all the fear, resentment, and blame I felt. Under the eyes. I forgive myself for the hatred, spite, anger, icky feelings that I held on to because I couldn't forgive, because I couldn't move on. Right? Deep breaths under the nose. I forgive everyone for everything everywhere. I forgive everyone for everything everywhere. Just close your eyes if they're not. And imagine yourself getting shinier and brighter, like a bright light is shining outside of you. I forgive everyone for everything everywhere. And you're sending that bright light, and it's like shooting outside of you all through wherever you live, expanding larger and larger the more you tap into this. I forgive everyone everywhere for everything. I forgive everyone for everything everywhere. I forgive everyone for everything everywhere. It's time to shine. I'm letting myself shine. I am so beautiful. I am a shining light of abundance. And I love myself. On the chin, I'm grateful for what all of these things have taught. But it's time for this to go. I have my little gold nugget with my positive learnings that I can keep on a shelf whenever I need to reference it. And I'm grateful for that gold nugget. But the rest of the crud is gone. It's going. I'm letting it go forever. It's time for me to shine like a beautiful, abundant star. Like a star that just feels abundance and freedom and pure joy. And now I'll have you tap to your chest. When I let go of dwelling, replaying scenarios late at night in my head, saying what I really want to say to someone after the fact, letting go of that, letting go of imagining worst case scenarios, letting go of revenge scenarios, because I want to feel fucking amazing. And that's how I create the life I want. Moving on. Letting go. Let the toxic people be toxic. Ain't my problem. Ain't my business. I'm high vibing, honey. Step into the armpit now. I'm high vibing, honey. I ain't got room for that. I don't got room for your bullshit. I don't got room for your guilt. I don't got room for your jealousy. I don't got room for your shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I don't got room for your judgments. I don't got room for your abuse. I don't got room for your negativity. And I don't got room for any of you projecting your problems, your pain. Because I am a shining star, and everything in my light that isn't high vibes dissolves. Okay. Wrists. Oof. Nice deep breaths. Now that I've moved out of resentment, I truly love myself. Now that I've moved out of resentment, I truly love myself. Now I see endless opportunities for abundance. I see endless opportunities for my potential. Now that I've moved out of blame, I truly love myself. I see endless opportunities for abundance and infinite possibilities for my potential. Really, just imagine that white light inside of you just getting brighter, sparklier, all of this potential, all of these opportunities that are now opening up to you because you've moved out of this like swamp, this parasitic swamp of resentment and blame. And if you have any kind of like identity attached to that, it's just almost imagining it like as like a shriveled body, like you're just, it's like you're stepping out of this old scabby, scaly body, and it's like you're reborn. All your cells are brand new. You're sparkly and shining, and you're just leaving behind that skin suit. This might be a little bit graphic for some people. But just picture whatever you want, where it's like you're just like this cosmic divine human being that's stepping out of that old cruddy skin suit and just, wow, you're ready for this magnificent identity that allows you to have everything you've ever wanted in life, to feel all the things you've wanted, to have the kind of relationships you've wanted, the career, the dreams, whatever it is. Like, be the person that you really know inside of yourself. This is who I am. This is who I feel happy being. That's who you're supposed to be, okay? So we'll just take a nice stretch and a glass of water. And now we are moving into the high vibes. And if you want, you can start at this point again, if you just want to do like a short session where you're just tapping into the high vibe stuff. So I'm going to incorporate a little bit of breathing. So we've been breathing throughout all of this, but I am actually going to get you to, if you're familiar with Wim Hof, where it's sort of like taking like, okay. I'm try not to breathe into the mic here. Taking a nice deep inhale through the nose, holding it, and exhale. And so we're going to be doing it so it's not as slow as it was before. We're really going to want to oxygenate our systems, really just flood our cells with these positive, vibrating energies, okay? And I'm going to get you to close your eyes. So I'll tell you the spots to move to, but I really want you to associate into this, whether you're able to visualize or not, just really visual, or really just feel into that high vibrational, expansive freedom energy, just that beautiful, loving, light energy. And if you want to picture it, you can, coming from inside of your heart space and just expanding outwards. So we'll start by tapping in, and we're going to be doing the nice breaths in, holding, out, holding, out, holding, out. And just keep the pace that feels the most comfortable for you, but really like associate into it. Feel it from your fingertips to your toes, your torso, your legs, your face, your head, all of it. Okay. I am safe to love. 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 I am safe to share. I am safe to share. I am safe to share. I am safe to be. I am safe to be. I am safe to be. I am safe to feel. I am safe to heal. I allow grace for myself to heal. Okay, and now we're going to be tapping right on the third eye and really like activating this third eye energy and breathing into it. I am healing. 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 My healing is helping others heal. My healing is helping others heal. My healing is helping others heal. I am a beautiful orb of white light. I am transmuting the darkness inside of me into something abundant and beautiful. I am releasing any leftover pain, and I am preserving the positive lessons. I have healed. Nice deep breaths. I have healed. I have healed. I am healing others. I am healing others. I have transmuted this pain. I have transmuted this pain. I have transmuted this pain. Outer eyes. I am ending a karmic cycle. Nice deep breaths. I am ending a karmic cycle. I am ending a karmic cycle. I am ending a karmic cycle. This might be generational. This might be past life. This might be present life. This might be recent. I am ending a karmic cycle. I have ended a karmic cycle. I have ended a karmic cycle. I have ended a karmic cycle. Under the eyes. I am proud of myself for moving on. I am proud of myself for moving on. I am proud of myself for moving on. I have moved on. I have moved on. I have moved on. Just deep breathing, letting whatever's coming up fill your body, completely fill you with white light. I have moved on. I have moved on. All I have are high vibes now and beautiful beliefs about myself and my potential and what I'm capable of and how I can feel and what's possible for me. And under the nose, I am joyful. I am generous. I am compassionate. I am joyful. Really breathing in and feeling that. I am generous. The white light just expanding. I am compassionate. I am grateful for my past, my present, and my future. I am grateful for the lessons that have made me who I am. And I am ready to experience a new timeline. I am ready to experience a positive new timeline. I am ready to embody abundance and freedom. I am ready to embody abundance and freedom. And the chin. I am ready to receive. 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 Taking some nice deep breaths. I am ready to receive. I am ready to receive. I invite abundance into my life. I invite abundance into my life. I invite abundance into my life. I am so grateful for the abundance in my life. I am so grateful for the abundance in my life. I am so grateful for the abundance in my life. And you can slow down your breathing a bit now, making sure to take nice deep breaths and holding them and releasing them. Nice deep breaths. Just breathing in. It's like that white light of cosmic abundance just going through every cell in your entire body, just filling you up with self-love, with possibilities, just acceptance and joy. And now onto the chest. I am abundant. I attract abundance. I am in the energy of abundance. I embody abundance. I am limitless. My potential is limitless. Nice deep breaths. My potential is vast. I create my own reality. I create my reality from here on. I can have any kind of life I want. I am expansive. I am expansive. Really breathe into that. I am expansive. I am expansive. Under the armpit. I am finally free. I am finally free. I am finally free. Really feel that. The shackles are gone. The dark parasitic tar is gone. It's all gone because you have forgiven everyone and everything for yourself. And now you are finally free. I am finally free. I am finally free. The past can no longer hurt me because I am free. Because I am free. I am free. I am free. I am free from past hurt. It is all behind me. My future is unlimited because I am free. Breathe nice and slow, deep breaths, and to the wrists. I am so excited for my unlimited potential. I'm so excited to experience this freedom now. I am so excited now. I see what's possible for me. My potential is unlimited. I love feeling joy. love feeling hopeful. I feel so much hope about my future. I feel so much hope in this present moment. I embody freedom, joy, possibility, hope, self-love. And when I embody that, I help heal others' resentments and blames because they can see what's possible for them when one moves out of that space. And I love being able to help people in that way, just by being myself in a space of acceptance. All right, take a nice big stretch and a nice big glass of water. And maybe right now you even want to dance. Maybe dance around your place, play a song, or maybe you want to lie down and just let it integrate, whatever feels the best for you. Maybe doing some yoga, just allowing these beautiful feelings to just fill you up and being in that space, that integration space for a little bit, like at least 10 minutes, maybe longer, to just allow your kind of body to vibrate on that level. And like I said at the beginning, it's recommended to do this practice multiple times to really anchor it in so that it becomes part of your subconscious mind, so that instead of like being triggered by things that were related to blame or resentment, it just gets so much lower, and to the point where you're just like, you don't even notice it anymore. It's like, oh, did that used to trigger me? I don't care anymore. So I hope this was helpful. And yeah, I hope that you feel incredible and have an amazing day.